Hello epic viewers, brace yourself for sheer epicness because today I'm going to be reviewing the two custom-made Dragon Ball Z action figures that I recently procured via eBay. Are these action figures paradigms of resounding perfection? Are these action figures the embodiment of resounding perfection? Are these action figures the epitome of resounding perfection? Let's find out. As you can see, these action figures are meticulously detailed. I love their sculpts, I love their hues, I love their deco, I love their shadings, their donning armor, they're poised for battle. They're ready to enter the fray and decimate anyone in their path. Unfortunately, the Kui figurine arrived with a defect. His scouter has been cleaved, it has been severed, it has been dismantled. There's no longer one cohesive item. It's now split into two pieces. So that's unfortunate. That apparatus no longer works. In spite of the flaw, he's still meritorious. His appearance emulates Kui from the Dragon Ball Z anime series. Unfortunately, he only has 45 points of articulation at most. He can ascend and descend his forearms. You don't want to tamper too much with the joints. If you do so, you may wind up breaking the joints. I believe the forearms can swivel. I'm trying not to exert too much pressure on them. Actually, I revoked my previous statement they can't. I thought that they could, but the feet can swivel, so that's a positive. And another positive aspect of the figurine is that he has the ability to rotate his head ever so slightly. I love his aesthetics, I love his shadings. I also love his facial expression. He looks menacing, he looks cunning and conniving, he looks diabolical. His high quality paint applications, he's comprised of resin and plastic. Next we have Guldo, who only has 2 points of articulation. He can't swivel his feet, there's no ankle hinge, there's no finger joint articulation, there's no jointed elbows, there's no jointed knees, there's no diaphragm joint. The head cannot be rotated, to my dismay. He's unable to rotate his forearms, so his palms are oriented downwards, which is quite disappointing because it's just an uncanny, unattractive, unappealing appearance that does not appease me. He has some minor scuffs on his armor. If he could rotate his forearms, if he could rotate his head, and if he could rotate his feet, then this action figure would be significantly enhanced. I think that two-fisted hands would have been better than a singular fisted hand. I also believe that these figurines could have benefited from more points of articulation, so it's unfortunate that they're devoid of diaphragm joints. It's unfortunate that they lack the ability to ascend and descend their legs. Their legs are static, they're preposed. It's unfortunate that their articulation is finite. In spite of this, though, they're still robust, high quality, intricate, state-of-the-art figurines because their sculpts are just superb, and they definitely warrant their asking prices, especially considering that custom-made action figures can easily cost over $200 when you buy them for under $25 each. It's not an abysmal deal per se, even though it's not the best deal in the world. So there's a trade-off with everything in life. You get what you pay for. So if you want your Guldo figurine to have articulation, or to have more points of articulation, rather than only having 2 points of articulation, if you want your Kui figurine to have more than 5 points of articulation, then you may have to pay over $600 to gain 2 figurines that satisfy your criterion for articulation. So they could use more articulation. They could both use fisted hands. But those are my only gripes. I also would have preferred if these scuffs didn't exist, but I suppose that they can always be painted over. That's one way of rectifying the issue. If you don't paint them over, then it's an eyesore. However, it's not as conspicuous from further away. So I hope that you found this review video to be fascinating, but for under $50 for this lot of the totality, I truly can't complain. So amazing, unbelievable, stupendous figurines. And let me just revamp that. These figurines are stupendous, unbelievable, amazing, and marvelous. I just think that they could have been significantly augmented. However, if it came at the cost of a higher asking price, then I would have forgo the opportunity to buy them. Since price higher than $25 per figure is out of my budget. So that's all. I hope that you found this video to be insightful and enthralling. You can procure your own Guldo action figure and your own Kui action figure via eBay if you so choose to. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.